Hello, I decided to do my informative speech on some of the accomplishments made by President Barack Obama during his first term in office. I decided to pick different accomplishments from a list of 244 accomplishments listed online up until the year 2010. These are some of the accomplishments I would like to discuss. The first is that he instituted enforcements for equal pay for women in 2009. It was called the Lilly Letter Better Bill. He appointed a diverse cabinet and a diverse White House staff. He signed the first major piece of federal gay rights legislation that includes acts of violence against gays under the list of federal hate crimes. He allowed the State Department to offer same-sex benefits for their employees. After 8 years of neglect, the Justice Department and EEOC are again enforcing employment discrimination laws. He convened the White House Tribal Nations Conference, inviting representatives from 564 federally recognized Indian tribes. These different accomplishments that I have listed show how diverse Obama is. He really looks at people as Americans, not classifying them as gay, straight, white, black, Asian, or Native American. He decided to pass a bunch of different laws and appoint many different people in order to show his diversity and his welcomeness to all people, as all Americans should. As far as economy goes, he increased funding available for student loans in 2009. He streamlined the federal student loan process to save $87 billion over the next 10 years. He ended the Bush-era policy of offering tax benefits to corporations who outsource American jobs. The goal of this is to create more jobs in America rather than importing goods from all over the world. He extended the home buyer's credit for first-time buyers in 2009. He is in the process of cutting 120 federal programs identified as either wasteful or unnecessary in 2010. He cut $20 billion from federal budget and is pledged to do the same for the next years to come. He ended the Bush-era stop-loss policy that kept soldiers in Iraq and Afghanistan longer than they signed up for. He authorized a $789 billion economic stimulus package. This plan made a third of its go to tax cuts for working class families, a third go to states for infrastructure projects such as building better bridges, roads, and power plants that are safer and more environmentally friendly, and a third to states to prevent the layoff of police officers and teachers and other people who are at risk of losing their jobs because of the state budget. That's really important right now, especially for people like myself who are going to become a teacher. He convened a job summit to bring experts together and try and create more jobs and different ideas for different jobs. He authorized the federal government to make more loans available to small businesses in order to lower rates for federal loans to small businesses. This is very important. It helps stimulate the economy because people are afraid to start businesses or to keep their businesses because of how bad the economy is and how expensive everything is. And it's important to have the government back you. He extended unemployment in 2009 for 1 million workers and then again in 2010. He passed the health care reform. This was a very big accomplishment. 9 other presidents tried to pass the same bill, and Obama was the first president to be able to do it. This health care reform had $940 billion over the next 10 years, and 32 million additional Americans will receive health care coverage because of it. Costs will be lowered for most Americans, but many of the goals within this plan will not even be seen for the next 4 years. So it's a plan that's just going to keep on getting better. He banned the don't ask, don't tell policy in the military. This is a huge accomplishment and very important for our military and Americans in general and their rights to not tell everyone their sexual orientation. He visited more countries and met with more world leaders than any other president within his first 6 months. This is really important because it helps other countries realize how we are engaged in becoming a peaceful nation and not be at war with the different countries we are. He also was the first president to address the Muslim community. He wanted to let everyone know that we are not at war with Islam and that people shouldn't think that we're anti-Muslim just because of the attacks that have happened at 9/11. And we shouldn't forget those attacks, but we should also not stereotype them as Muslim people. He removed the Bush era restrictions on embryonic stem cell research. And he also said that families can keep their children in college on their plans through age 26. Finally, my last one I wanted to mention was that he announced that the federal government would re-engage in the long-delayed effort to clean up Superfund toxic waste sites. There are many more accomplishments covering veterans, soldiers, energy, ethics, healthcare, unemployment, education, business, taxes, immigration, foreign policy, domestic affairs, the environment, and many, many more. Obama is a president of change and equality for all. His policies help out every social class, race, background, and ethnicity. He does not care if you're rich, poor, middle class, gay, or straight. The important thing is that we are all Americans and we should all be working as a goal to make life better in America and for each other. I believe that Obama has done that in his short term as president, and that everyone should look at these things that he has accomplished and see that he has done a lot in the short time he's been there, and that he was handed a very hard time in America, and that he has done a lot of great things for us. Thank you.